Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today's video is going to be really quick. I'm starting a new series called My First Thoughts. This series is about my very first thoughts about cards that I've never seen before. In the case of the Rogue Ally, I hadn't seen this card before I opened my Nightcrawler pack. And I'm going to admit the first thought I had about Rogue was wrong because I didn't read her properly. Rogue is a 4-cost, 2-thwart, 2-attack ally with 3 hit points. She has the X-Men trait. She has an action, deal 1 damage to another friendly character. Until the end of the round, Rogue gains each of that character's traits and adds that character's printed thwart and attack to her matching powers. Now, I completely missed that printed thwart and attack the first time I read it, so although it was wrong, my very first thought about her was using her in X-23 protection. If you can get X-23 up to 5 attack, which is very easy just with her kit, you could then deal a damage to her, which would ready her, if you haven't already done that turn, and add that 5 attack to Rogue. However, that is completely wrong because, as I said, I missed printed thwart and attack. So let's go to my second thought. My second thought for Rogue was using her in a Phoenix protection build. Phoenix has a printed thwart of 3, and that doesn't change when she becomes unleashed. When Phoenix becomes unleashed, she gets -2 thwart plus 2 attack, but that does not change her printed thwart value. Phoenix is always going to have a printed thwart of 3, which means Rogue can deal 1 damage to her and get +3 thwart until the end of the round. Thwarting for 5 in protection is huge. That's going to clear pretty much every side scheme in the game. There are some that are going to have more than that, but 5 is a lot to get rid of in 1 exhaustion. But since I am playing protection, I will probably put protective training on her. Protective training gives her +3 hit points. So now you can do that 6 times. 6 thwarts of 5 is 30 threat removal. That is huge. The cost is a little bit high, but I'd pay 5 or 6 for that much threat removal and protection. So I'm not worried about that. And of course, if I'm playing protective training, I'm probably also playing game time. So I can thwart for 5, ready her with game time, and since that addition lasts until the end of the round, I can thwart for 5 again. Super fun. I think that would be a blast in Phoenix protection. Let's go on to my third thought about Rogue. I would really like to try her in Spider-Ham protection. Deal 1 damage to another friendly character. Spider-Ham has a thwart of 2 printed, so that would get her up to 4 thwart. 4 thwart is still really good, and dealing 1 damage to Spider-Ham is also going to give him a toon counter that can be used for paying for something else. So I really like Rogue there. Another thing you have to consider with Rogue in a Spider-Ham deck is when she does that, she's also going to get the Web Warrior trait. That means Spider-Man Peter Parker can ready Rogue. So thwart with Rogue for 4, attack with Spider-Man Peter Parker for 2, ready a Web Warrior character. Since Rogue has Web Warrior until end of turn, ready her and thwart for 4 more. Super fun, and I do want to try both of those decks. I'll probably try both of those decks on the channel because they do sound really fun. So those were my first 3 thoughts about Rogue. Let me know what you think about her in the comments. Which heroes are you interested in putting the Rogue Ally in? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.